got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, and all to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shop it. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro?
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Here we go.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. And complete right side to Cook. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Cowboys had a woeful 3-12 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
From the 41,
Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Burrow looking to pass. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Martin, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. But on that play, they held up quite well.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get Stoddard up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys! Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and for that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Breece Hall. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play here for Dallas. 59 yards. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
If that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it, and boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lawrence Cager, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
I feel like you and I can be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase it from the MVP discussion.
Hall has it knocked loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball, it's tucking it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Breece Hall, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A run there with Cook not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. Second down coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They will throw on first down with Burrow. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Burrow will throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To the air again, Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1 second, all that remains. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And We welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Hall. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Second down and inches. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Not sure if he was looking for a cutback lane or whether he was trying to get to the corner. But he didn't find either. And they ended up forcing him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A.J. Brown from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
11.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
11, Thomas. 12.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Burrow on play action. Going deep here for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Paul on a give up the middle. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second and 11. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Chase Young. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, Cook. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Burrow. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Running left, it's Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. All again on 2nd down. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hall again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Straight ahead is Hall. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's caught left side by Judy. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
11 empty.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they go play action now. Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. To throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Pete Werner, and the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. In this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here we go with Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, this is the defender got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close them throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for Dallas, they get a rare victory. They're fourth to go with their 12 losses.